up, y'all? Oh shit, let me bring me on cam real quick. What up, though? Welcome back to Yo Hero. I'm always fucking something up. You know how it goes down over here. But we over here to do, as promised, our Masters of the Universe review. So if you watch the channel, you know we just put up a non-spoilers first reactions video, fresh out the theater. Me, Mac, and Bird Dog, you know, and we like the movie, you know, but we want to get into the actual details of the movie, spoilers, all that, and really talk about the movie with y'all tonight. We want y'all in the chat telling us what you thought about the movie. So if you've seen Masters of the Universe, and even if you haven't, drop a yo in the chat. Let us know you're watching. You know, you got to be in the chat like J Love over here. J Love 216 talk about what up, what up, what up. Hey, J Love, first in the chat. Appreciate you. Gonna send you some love. But you know, I don't do this show alone. I gotta bring in my homie live from the east side. He come from the slap a whole tribe. No lie, we don't die, we multiply, and you hoes better recognize my dog Mac. What up?
What up, bro?
This man,
how's it going?
You know, pretty good, man. Pretty good. It's been a crazy couple weeks, but good crazy. You know, elevating. That's the word of the week. Elevating. That's what I keep hearing. You got to elevate. So I'm
all right.
Yeah. Oh, we got Shauna in the chat.
Hey.
Hold on. We can't do this show just me and Mac. We got to bring in the man from Skunkle. He be smelling like Funkle. Not your mother's brother. What's the word? This is Uncle Bird.
Hey, how we doing, gentlemen? How we doing tonight?
What up? And you know, smelling like Skunkle ain't a bad thing. That just means, you know, you got that good. Pause. Oh, we got Penny K in the chat.
What's up, Penny K?
The hero's back. Oh, Bird's ready to get it started. We do got a big show lined up for y'all. So we're gonna start with our kind of like, we always start off with some collectible news, and usually we say some funny shit during those segments. But yeah, we start off with our collectibles, and then we'll get to that He-Man Masters of the Universe movie review for sure. We're gonna get to that, so don't worry about that. So stay tuned. Check it out though. We got this brand new announcement from Hasbro Pulse. This is Max homie right here, Doc Samson. And you could pre-order this on June 11th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Yo.
I want to talk to Samson, but not that Samson.
I want to talk to Samson.
I want to talk to Samson.
Not a squishy heart, Mac.
Yeah, squishy. A
squishy face. Doc Samson. Mac, what you know about Doc Samson? Because Shauna says he looks terrible. The collectible.
I agree with her. Let's start there. I agree with her, but I just know him from the Hulk universe. I don't really know a lot about him.
Bird.
He is gamma irradiated. We know that. He gets his strength like his hair, like from the guy Samson and stuff like that. And I know he was like, wasn't he like Bruce or the Hulk's kind of like his therapist or whatever? And that's how you got like almost the Professor Hulk type build. And during those Peter David stories, I think it was.
Yeah, you're right.
What up?
Bird on point with the trivia. What up, C. Jones? Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh shit.
Samson. That's not the Samson I know.
I want to talk to Samson from Half Baked. Samson. That's the only Samson I want to talk to.
Why the long hair?
That's because that's where he gets his power. He's got that gamma hair. He's strong, but not like Hulk strong or even Abomination strong. But you know,
yeah, he's like
Cap America or something along those lines.
Maybe less than that, probably. But yeah, similar to maybe a super soldier strength, I guess.
He kind of looks like he's in one of them death metal bands. That first pose right there. He's like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Samson never like had a movie kind of story thread too. I'm with you there, Eddie. Perm
Burn
versus
versus
straight.
straight.
That's great.
That's a good
Right
one.
there.
Wave.
They never had Rick Jones. Yeah, you're right. Eddie on point in the chat. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce Banner, to be honest, he really hasn't been done right in the movies in general. Like Incredible Hulk was cool, but then it's shortly thereafter they replaced him with Ruffalo, and it's just been a mess. Like they've never really been able to figure the Hulk out in movie form well.
No.
Even the Ang Lee shit, that was like, that was an acquired taste if you like that movie. What's up with Dr. Doom? And he got the street sweeper on him.
Yeah. Secret Wars Doctor Doom. I believe that's the first Secret Wars.
What did he need a gun for? He's Dr. fucking Doom.
Well, he used weapons and stuff like that. I'm sure it's not a regular gun. It's probably some kind of, plasma gun or something like that. Because he had all that technology along with his magic.
Yo, Cass said he's a San Francisco superhero. The chat is on fire tonight. Okay. Yeah. Go back to Dr. Doom. Yeah, he come with the blicky. I don't know what that's about.
Why do you come with them pictures? Yeah.
All the Secret Wars came with that. Where they had like they had that angle change and stuff where it'd be Dr. Doom and then it'd be him with his mask on or whatever, two pictures they wanted. And that's actually a remake of an old toy, I believe. All those
it's an old Secret Wars kind of remake,
like a reprint or reproduction of them.
The lenticular shield.
Was that what they call it?
Yeah, where you different angles, you see a different image.
I agree, Cheese. There needs to be a good Hulk solo movie.
Yeah.
Joe Fixit.
Now, this was a good movie, Thunderbolts. We all enjoyed that when we went to see that. So they got this 2-pack they announced for the Void version of your boy Bob. And then you get Allegra DeFontaine. Is that her name?
Allegra DeFontaine, yeah.
Yeah, I can never pronounce her name. It's just ridiculous. But what's funny is if you want a grandma version of Ellen from Seinfeld, you can get it now.
That don't really even look like her, though.
I don't even really look like her, though.
Yeah,
that's with both y'all. Is there an echo in this motherfucker?
No, he's time delayed again.
Yeah, she looks pretty ridiculous. No kid's gonna want that collectible.
And we have the Void with blackface.
Oh, man. There you go.
What kid's gonna want that Void collectible? What do you say?
I don't know. He said it's Bob in blackface. That's fucked up.
Canceled before he's released.
Bob's canceled. Boomerang. Are you that delayed? You're just now hearing what he said. Grandma Elaine. That's what it was, Elaine. I couldn't remember her name.
They called her Hillary Clinton over there, too.
I thought it was Ellen. They lost me on Hulk with Ruffalo.
Oh, exactly. I agree with Eddie.
So what's kind of weird to me is if you notice, like this collectible on the box, it says Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not how Boomerang looks in Brand New Day.
No, they went the more comic book accurate one.
Yeah, so why put the Brand New Day? Maybe they're gonna do both versions, so you get the comic version of them and the other. But Seems like a cheap way to kind of try to get kids to buy toys. Like, because normal kids aren't going to want a Boomerang collectible, but if you put the Spider-Man Brand New Day branding on it, and they know he's in that movie, then kind of subliminally they might want it. I mean, he looks comic accurate. I'm not going to complain about this one. It's ridiculous, but damn, the Halloween version of the chocolate Easter Bunny. Outcast say he keeps candy in his pocket.
He keeps candy in his pocket. That's what he looks like, Cass. He do look like he'd be like, hey kid, I got some candy. You want to come over?
Oh man. Hilarious. How'd he say that again, Mac?
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, that was too much. That was too much.
All righty.
Yeah, so this dude, he does look pretty ridiculous. I'm not going to deny that. It's ridiculous. I couldn't believe they were putting him in the movie. I'm like, they're putting Boomerang in the Spider-Man movie? That's crazy work. I got a feeling it'll be like that Fantastic Four movie where it's just a montage of him telling where he's been since the last movie, and he'll just go through. I fought Boomerang, I fought Tarantula, and then now his current fight will be with like Scorpion or something.
No, Scorpion, you got Tombstone, and then the hands make an appearance. So
one of them, you're probably wondering how I got here scenes, All right, so yeah, and the same thing with this. This is a Brand New Day branded Scorpion, but we know Scorpion don't look like this in the movie.
You got that weird look.
So they're basically using the Spider-Man movie to try to crank these collectibles out, pretty much.
I don't know if I would use the word cranking anything out, but I would say that
cranking. Yeah.
Right.
It was a term we used in the 90s and in the early 2000s when we were cranking crap.
Yeah.
That was what we called it.
Yeah, but we weren't cranking shit out.
Yeah, cranking it out. That sounds crazy, sir.
We was cranking.
We weren't cranking anything out, sir.
No, I don't keep saying I'm not cranking. I don't give a fuck.
I'm teaming up. You might have been cranking, but not cranking it out, sir. You got to be careful. Got to be more careful.
Mm-mm.
Just a wee bit.
Overstock and rebranding it. Wow, I didn't think about that. I don't know. I don't think
a lot of them they have the old molds anyway, so all they got to do is
I don't think these have been dropped before.
Well,
maybe though. But then when I look at this, this looks exactly like the Green Goblin my son had.
And it resembles Defoe there. I think it does.
She said he looked like his tail's on dirt mold.
Yeah, it's all right. This ain't too bad for us. Like I always tell y'all, Hasbro these are toys you could buy your kids. They're not like Hot Toys or something, that's way more expensive. So this isn't bad for like a kid to have his first Spider-Man figure or something. Yeah, look, Cass said it looked legit. This one's all right. And they got Beast, which you see on the box. It has Marvel's Beast, to differentiate from any other Beast. I guess Disney's got a Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
X-Men 97 too.
Hank McCoy.
What was that thing on his back? Like a radio? What, like an old timey radio? It's like
I don't fucking know.
What is that supposed to be?
I don't know. Maybe you'll see in season 2.
I guess. Get the
I
bracelet.
always like Hank McCoy. That's my dude. Intelligent, dangerous as fuck. Now this dude, I don't know who the fuck Cypher is. You know anything about Cypher?
Oh yeah. He just basically has the ability to communicate with anything pretty much. So like when they had that whole powers of 10 and or powers of X or whatever you want to call it, House of X, he was the one talking to Krakoa, communicate with that living mutant island or whatever. So he can communicate with just about anything. Is what it is. Interface,
Does that
computer
sword
language,
help him?
anything. I have no idea what's up with the
Does
sword.
that,
I'm sure he needs some kind of weapon. He ain't got no really offensive skills that I know of.
Alright. And then they dropped this as like Deadpool concept art for when they had that big battle. He would have been one of the random Deadpools, but I guess didn't make it in the movie. And it was like an X-Force version of Deadpool.
Yeah, like that Dark X. I think it was like Dark X Force type one, where they were doing the assassinations with like Wolverine and Domino Mystique and them.
JJ,
what's
what
up, Jess?
up? Hey. And then they're dropping their version of Wolverine pool. We know Hot Toys, I think, we showed that one on the show.
Oh yeah.
So this is a cheaper, much cheaper version if you want a
It don't
Wolverine
look bad.
pool. It looks all right.
Yeah.
You know what it is, you know what I mean? It's not like you don't know that's Wolverine pool looking at it. But check this out. They're dropping a Calvarine too. So Henry Cavill in his cameo scene as Wolverine.
So they just dropping anything for a cash grab. It looks like.
Well, yeah.
They doing
Why not?
anything. They just fuck
Why
it.
not?
We don't.
Why not? You guys get that Henry Cavill money. Get that DC. He used to be with DC. Now we got some of that money.
Again, he's just too big to be him. Something I didn't, Jackman was good, but just the height.
Oh yeah. That's why when people were fan casting him, I was like, nah, bro, he's way too big. Like Hugh Jackman was too tall to play Wolverine, and we've learned to accept him over the years, I think, through his performance, right? But as Logan, but Henry Cavill I think could do the same thing as far as acting wise. I think he'd be a great Logan as in contrast to what Hugh's done. But I just feel like if you're gonna do Wolverine again, you should kind of try to be more authentic to the character, And he was always a short, little fucking rowdy bastard.
Yeah. Well, that was part of his thing too, short man syndrome a little bit,
Yeah, right. All right, so then McFarlane, we got the Cyborg, Superman, and Batman dropping out the vault. And then I don't know shit about this rabbit right here, this Ricochet.
Captain Carrot. He's from
Captain Carrot. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's
I'm pretty sure it's like they're all animals or whatever in the one thing, and I think he's supposed to be like a Superman.
I'm done.
They're all from the what?
They're different DC, like they're all like animals or something, like some kind of animal, all the superheroes. So I think that's what is Captain Carrot. That's what I'm assuming.
That's
I didn't have time to look it up, so
Cass, I'm
As
with
a
you,
parent,
man. Stop.
as a parent, I wouldn't purchase this for my kid. Like Captain Carrot.
I like the Joker. Looks actually pretty decent. It looks pretty menacing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the Joker is okay, but that damn Captain Carrot, what the fuck?
Captain Carrot. Yeah, oh,
Bruh.
you soggy old Jimbo looking motherfucker. Oh, want to be
wild,
superhero faced ass.
That is wild, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And then what was that that Joker storyline? Killing something.
Killing Joke.
Yeah, the Killing Joke. That's what that is. A vault drop of.
Yeah, most iconic stories.
Yeah, I know. I got the animated version of it. Was pretty dope too.
DC animation is freaking awesome. I'd like to see Marvel probably do some more the way they do some of the Batman or even the Justice League shit.
Oh, bro. I mean, they're getting there. X-Men 97 was up there. That Spider-Man series we reviewed was really good. They're getting there. They're not.
What ifs haven't been bad.
They don't have it. They don't have the content DC animation has.
They've been doing it for a long time too. So.
All right, now we're gonna talk about these hot toys. Let's get to it.
No, this is in this or no? Oh, by Kinder.
What's that?
No, I thought it says photographed by Kinder. I thought it was actually the company when I was first putting them up.
No,
I didn't see the Hot Toys logo on there.
Kinder did the photography. So, yeah, Hot Toys. This is Iron Man Mark III, based on the very first Iron Man movie when he really kind of suited up. Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, I love how it got the breakaway forearms and all that, to the suit.
Pretty sweet.
And then the little pedestal that comes with it is fire too, because it looks like that landing pad outside of Stark Tower, where he just landed and the suit just started disassembling as soon as he landed.
Yeah.
They do put some good work in that. Yeah. Nice looking shit.
Yeah, it's fire. And then, of course, you got Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. up under the mask, his likeness.
And that definitely looks like him. For sure. For sure. I never got the love for Cyborg Superman other than being kind of visually cool. I agree.
Yeah, but to me, he always looked like half Terminator, half Superman. I mean, yeah, he visually looks cool. That's really about it. But
he said, I think the animated Killing Joke is okay if you skip the first 20 minutes. That's funny.
I mean, yeah, the first 20 minutes ain't really necessary, but it's a little slow or whatever. But it is pretty good, though. It ain't that bad. All right, and then they dropped this new Mr. Knight version of Moon Knight. So we showed the Hot Toys version of Moon Knight before, but not this Mr. Knight, which is dope. What's up, G? Yo, you in the chat, yo?
What up, G?
Yeah, Mr. Knight. I thought he was a dope character. Moon Knight, I think the only issue with Moon Knight was the last couple episodes. And not that that I hate them, but I think they just got too weird for normal audiences too quick.
Yeah, they got too much of the Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, and I think they should have strayed away from some of that, at least for the first season, and just kind of kept it like this weird multiple personality kind of mystery and superhero version of that. And I think it would have been a runaway hit with audiences. But once they brought the talking alligator or crocodile out and had Kanju like a giant fight knocking over pyramids, like it just got a little bit too crazy. And like I said, I didn't hate all that stuff, but I think average audiences, like, they lost them at that point. They were like, what am I watching? Like, turn this shit off. Well, turn the basketball game on. But I like Mr. Knight. I thought he was a dope character. I'd actually like to see Oscar Isaac come back and play all these characters again.
Everybody's clamoring for that Midnight Suns to come, so definitely see him in that if that happens.
I hope so. But that's an expensive movie right there. If you get Oscar Isaac, somebody playing Ghost Rider, you bring in Mahershala Ali played.
You could do a series with them, just like they kind of do with the Defenders and stuff. You know, you had Werewolf by Night, and I mean, you
I mean,
introduced
you
a lot of
can. I'm
characters.
just saying that's expensive. You're talking some, those are expensive actors to cast. So they gotta expect a big return on something like that too.
They always have alternate versions too. So
Mac, we didn't get to review Moon Knight. What'd you think of this alter ego of Moon Knight, Mr. Knight,
He
when
was
he was
all right.
wearing the suit?
He was all right.
he
He was
was
decent.
cold. He was cold.
Yeah, I thought he was dope. I liked how he liked to scrap with people.
He was putting on the glove like, all right, well, we can do this the hard way. And cocky as shit about it. So,
Yeah, you see that Oscar Isaac kind of, like I said, super accurate likeness, and then they got the Moon Knight collectible behind them, just kind of showing the differences between them. But then it's like the mirrored personalities. You kind of get that vibe out of this pick. Definitely hard to believe, man. They do these collectibles this good. It's ridiculous.
who thought we'd ever get, to that point?
And then the other thing that trips me out is I'm like, are there that many Moon Knight fans out there that are gonna go buy this? Because these ain't cheap.
I guess more of a cult following, a little bit obscure. Because his series have come and gone. So, not like he's a long run.
Disney's not doing the season 2 of this.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not that I've heard.
I don't think so. Like Bird said, I think they're waiting. They just want to skip the Blade movie, skip a season 2 of Midnight or Moon Knight, and do a Midnight Suns movie. And just go straight. And to me, that reminds me of a DC mindset. Like, let's just go straight to Justice League to get to our Avengers. And I feel like they should just keep doing the setup and then do a payoff.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
But they might feel like, well, Ghost Rider's already established, Moon Knight's already established, Blade's been established how many times? We've seen them reestablished in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, we can just do this at this point. They might feel like it's not necessary. They already introduced Werewolf by Night.
That chick or whatever.
Man Thing was in Werewolf by Night, pause. And
yeah, I was about to say, you definitely got to say pause.
Well, I did.
He was getting teed up.
That's one of my favorite characters. It sucks his name so fucked up.
He was definitely getting.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen, did it, sir? Exactly.
You was close. You was about 3 seconds away from a T.
And then they dropped this whatever, motherfucker. They dropped this Frank Castle Punisher.
3
motherfucking seconds. One last kill.
3 motherfucking seconds.
Hatchets.
I was gonna say that shit looks exactly like him in that last kill shit.
Yeah. And they got the hair right, see? Not brown.
Oh yeah, you were bitching about when they had his hair brown, but
he was talking about the Hasbro version.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was pissed, but it still looked like him. He was like, it ain't his hair color.
Threw up the whole thing for me. Yeah, this is badass.
This is dope.
Oh, this is definitely fucking show accurate.
Like, I bet you John Bernthal, he's one of them dudes. I've seen some of his interviews. He seemed kind of real, like down to earth, kind of, like a dude. He got problems like the rest of us, kind of dude. And I bet you he would trip out seeing that shit.
You just need to get a whole bunch of these and do some stop animation stuff with them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's people that's way better at that than I would be that are probably already doing it. But yeah, these would be perfect for stop animation. And then what else he? Highly detailed weapons. That's all it says. Did you watch that video I sent you, Mac, of the Terminator Hot Toys on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen that, you see even the weapons are detailed. Like you could drop the clip out the gun and all that. Like their weapons are crazy. Like they'll have real, like little, not real bullets, but like little ass, bullets in the clip, and then the clip goes in the gun, and you could pull it back and all that.
Racket.
Yeah, it's crazy. All their weapons got all types of features too. Yeah, this is about perfect. I'm with you, Penny K, on that. Yeah. And then we showed this a little bit last week, but it's always nice to look at some extra slides on a cool collectible. This is based off the No Way Home or final swing suit. But I just wanted to throw these up here real quick, fly through them. At one point, I thought it was like a new collectible when I seen this slide, because this looks like when he's jumping at the hand. Yeah. In the new movie. So I was like, I wonder why they recreated that scene when that's not what this suit is from. This suit is slightly altered in Brand New Day. And even this scene, this is a Brand New Day scene where he's on top of that tank.
Yeah.
These collectibles that damn fire though. They could just recreate any movie scene with them. That's the scene that he wore it in, where he was sliding on the rooftop in the snow. And then you could kind of see the size differential between him and the Thing in the MCU is not that different. And then, but the Hulk towers over Spidey, as he should. I think they went a little too small for how the Thing looks in the MCU. I think they should have went a little taller.
Hulk would have had to be even taller than.
It is. I don't know much. So. All right, so I do know that. Well, we did talk about. What are you doing, bro? We do know that Marvel Cosmic Invasion dropped their most recent DLC, which was Cyclops and the Thing from Fantastic Four as playable characters. But they also announced that DLC number 2 is coming in fall, and it'll have more playable characters plus a new game mode, which I think is going to be fire. That's kind of, I wanted more characters in this game, but you need different game modes to give it some variety, maybe new levels, new bosses, because if not, you're kind of just playing through the same game over and over, same beat 'em up game. But new game mode, that's exciting news. See where that goes. How was Masters of the Universe? We're going to get to that. You got to stay tuned. You got to stay tuned. All right, let's talk about this real quick. New leaks, photos. Actually, the first photo here, James Gunn posted online. And this is Superman Man of Tomorrow, the sequel to the most recent Superman movie. And James Gunn posted this. And then there was some leaked set photos as well on the right here of James, what's his name? Holt, whoever. Holt. I don't know how you say his last name. I can't remember. But he's the one playing Lex Luthor in Lex Luthor's war suit. Mac, what you think of the war suit?
It looks like it looks in the comic.
I'm with you. I think it looks good.
Pretty damn accurate.
Okay. Check this out. Penny K with the hot 10 Hold on. There you go. There you go. All right. Appreciate you. Gifting 10 memberships to y'all, whoever's watching. Yeah, I was right. Nicholas Hope. There we go. So if y'all watching, you can thank Penny K for the free memberships. Good looking out. Appreciate anyone who's a channel member. Yeah, and then some more behind the scenes shots. Look like somewhat Superman probably punched him through that wall over there or something. Cause they got him on wires.
I didn't realize they were making a Man of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, they're already filming.
But I'm gonna give it a chance. But I'm just saying right now.
Yeah, I'll be honest. After look, we've reviewed a few movies on here. We've done quite a few like out the theater reactions. This Superman was the only movie we walked out of, and we all kind of weren't happy. Like we love Fantastic Four, we love Thunderbolts, Masters of the Universe, which we're gonna talk about. You can see it in our first reactions video, Mortal Kombat. All those movies we walked out of and we're like, we enjoyed them. Superman, that was a different story, but I'll give it a chance because I feel like maybe he could learn from some of his mistakes in the last movie, and you know, I want to see Superman do good in the theaters.
That first one was poo. Poo. I said it was poo. It was poo.
I mean, I haven't watched it since, and I own it. I bought it, but I just can't force myself to watch it.
That's sad that you actually bought it and you haven't even watched it again since you watched it the first time in theaters. They're granting amnesty memberships to villains. Oh, I didn't know that.
In Justice League,
people will see the next Superman if Supergirl does well.
I hate to tell you.
I think Supergirl is going to be better than Superman, honestly, to be honest.
I think it's going to be better too, and I hate to tell you, if you haven't been tracking like box office right now, Masters of the Universe is not making a lot of money. And if that's not making a lot of money, Supergirl's not going to make a lot of money. It's not going to do good financially. I hate to say it.
Was that the one where his parents were evil? What are you talking about, Bert?
I think the Man of Tomorrow, Superman.
Oh.
That I do not know.
I'm unsure, but I mean, this set photo here, this suit, I'm excited to see because we haven't seen this suit in live action yet. You know, when I was a kid, that was the Lex Luthor collectible I had, was him in a war suit.
It's hard for me to see that actor as anybody but.
I didn't like his interpretation of Beast. I like Kelsey Grammer more, to be honest. But
yeah, I agree with you. But I'm just saying, I'm always just see him as the young version of Beast. Just got in. Mr. Torque, promoting your album, son. Promoting your album.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I do have an album out, and yeah. What you said, Mac? What you said about my album?
That album is for you when you getting you some meow from the ladies. That's when you're taking a girl to the hotel to get you some meow.
Called music to make love to your old lady too.
He said that's music for when it's nasty time.
When it's Mr. Nasty time. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Mr. Nasty time.
Dirty.
Dr. Torque said good cruising music. Appreciate it. Yeah. Check it out. Motel 6. It's out there. It's out there. It's on every streaming platform. But yeah, let's talk about this. Spider-Man Brand New Day. We got some new set photos or actual production photos. This one has the little subtext under there, subtitles. This is the first MCU Spider-Man film focused on the classic elements of Spider-Man. No Stark Tech. That's what it's saying. Yeah. I'm unsure who this guy is
That
on the
looked
right.
like a vigilante task force patch. I was tripping. Or was I tripping? That looked like a vigilante task force patch on that dude's arm.
Right here.
Yeah.
No, I think
I
behind.
was just.
I don't think so. Maybe
Another
behind,
person.
maybe behind these guys, but I don't think so there either, to be honest. I don't know, maybe.
That'd be another Robbie Robinson.
Speaking of the Hulk, y'all been talking about the Hulk in the chat tonight. Bruce Banner, Dr. Bruce Banner, talking to Peter Parker and Mac. We looked over the fact that he had that little device still on his hand, Dr. Bruce Banner, that he had that was basically inhibiting the Hulk in the She-Hulk series, and he also had it at the end of I think Avengers Endgame or something like that, when he was or maybe even in the Shang-Chi end credit scene, I can't remember. But yeah, he's got that little inhibitor holding back the Hulk. I got a feeling that's gonna get smashed at some point in time in this movie, and we're gonna get Savage Hulk back. And then this one says Frank Castle is perfectly at peace in a world full of absolute darkness. I wonder what that kind of says about what we're going to see in the movie. And then they dropped this little art here, which I think is cool that they're incorporating the fact Punisher might be a bigger part of this movie than we expect. We do have to get to our main topic of the night because y'all keep asking us what we think of Masters of the Universe. But before we do that, they do got this Revelation and Revolution Blu-ray Steelbook they announced. So if y'all are into Masters of the Universe and you like Steelbook, collecting physical media, this might be for you. Yeah, man. It's cool. I haven't actually watched this series yet, but I've seen some clips on like TikTok reels and stuff like that that actually look okay. But we're not done with the collectibles yet. We got to go back to Hot Toys because they dropped these bangers, these Masters of the Universe motherfucking collectibles. So
That's wild.
Hot Toys, they got everything, bro. Predator, Alien, Masters of the Universe, Marvel, you name it. They do Star Wars, all kinds of shit that I don't bring on the show, just to save us some time.
That's wild. That's wild. That's exactly how he looked in the movie, though.
Yeah, and you know, we could start our review a little early on the movie just by talking about like, you know, they had pretty accurate costumes in the movie, and that's shown here in the collectible too. You say what you will, He-Man's costume's pretty ridiculous nowadays. You know, even back then it was pretty ridiculous, but is even more so prevalent nowadays. And they were able to actually pull off his costume. Pause. Let me take that back. I didn't like how that sounded. They were accurate. They were able to have a real source accurate costume without having it look too ridiculous on screen.
Oh, okay.
You can get some Grayskull.
He hasn't seen the movie yet. Don't want to be spoiled. So great chatting. Yeah, man. Check out our
don't
check out our
reaction video. You want to see the movie because it's about to get ruined.
Yeah, check out our first reactions video. We don't tell no spoilers in that. We just kind of give our first impressions. But yeah, Appreciate the chat. Come back, check out the review after you're done, man. Enjoy the movie. It's great. I'll tell you that much. It's great. Yeah, that was dope. Eddie, appreciate you jumping in the chat. So then you get this diorama, collectible for him to stand on. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of like a mini Castle Grayskull. He looks kind of ridiculous towering over it.
Kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Kind of cheesy.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
But not only did they drop the He-Man, they dropped the Skeletor. Dr. Torque said he went to see the movie with his grandson who's special needs. He stood up when Adam changed to He-Man and yelled out, He-Man. That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, but they dropped the Skeletor too, the Jared Leto version of Skeletor. This is fire.
Yeah, because that's exactly how he looked.
Penny K says she wants to see that inflatable Castle Grayskull again. Let's not.
No, we do not need. We do not need to see that again with the. No.
No,
Thanks
with the
for
balloon.
bringing that picture back to my brain, Penny.
That was last episode.
Thanks for bringing that picture back to my brain.
Go watch that episode again if you want to see that.
Yeah, you want to see that balloon knot Castle Grayskull?
Yes,
go back and watch it on our last episode. We're not doing that again. We all still got PTSD from that.
Nightmares.
Yeah, nightmares for sure.
I'm with you on that, Shauna. The Skeletor does look dope. And that goes back to our, starting out the movie review. Damn, bro. This was a good
exactly how he looked in the movie. That was exactly how he looked in the movie, too. That's insane.
This was a good design for Skeletor, like from cartoon to film adaptation.
Yeah.
This was
you can't. Yeah, you can't complain about. Like I said, that's the one thing I was honestly impressed with is they looked exactly dope, like really, really good for going from a cartoon to a movie adaptation. Like they look awesome to me, and they costumes look dead on.
I mean, there are some minor changes, like right here, Skeletor doesn't have like the crossbones kind of, whatever. Yeah, but he still looks enough like Skeletor, like him having the all blue body and just the skull face. The fact that they went that far with it, I respect the fact that they were able to do that. Yeah, his weapon's fire.
She's laughing at the fact that
you got to finish your sentences over here, Mac.
Oh no, she said she started laughing because she brought up that damn. Oh wow.
What?
She brought up that.
He's still not finishing his sentences. That drives me crazy. That he does that
shit. Popped up. But she was brought up that Grayskull inflatable again. That's what she was laughing at.
Oh, okay. Now your brain can focus on Dr. Torque's comment. Go ahead. I'll let you process it.
Oh shit.
That's way too much information, Dr. Torque. I don't need to know when you had to piss.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
You're sharing way too much.
Way too much, buddy.
I'll tell you what, I had two large Cokes, frozen Cokes, and I didn't get out of my seat. That movie is that good. And then he got a Snake Mountain diorama he can stand on. This is dope, bro. This is dope. There's not too many collectibles that for movie kind of collectibles I would like, but look, he got the LED light up eyes, UV luminous effect for the RAM staff, and then he got, you know, the silicone upper body and stuff. So he don't have no real like visual. You can't really see the points of articulation on him, which is fire. I'm all about this. All right, let's get these out of here and let's do this review. This is what we're here to do. This is what we're here to talk about. Let's turn that down. Sorry, y'all. Trying to blow out your speakers. Mac, get us started, man. Tell us what you think of Masters of the Universe. What did you think of this movie? You grew up on this cartoon just like I did, you know. So
it wasn't perfect, but I think they did the best that they could as far as like cartoon movie adaptation. Like I was really impressed like with the story, the whole how it looked, the action. It was really fire. It was really a fire movie. It was funny. The only thing that was weird about it was all the sus humor. They had a lot of sus humor in the He-Man movie. It was,
I mean, you could say that's weird,
crazy.
but if you go back and watch the old cartoons, there was a lot of sus moments in it, but people didn't pick up on it till like nowadays when they're making memes out of shit. And the fact that they know the source material that well to put it in the movie, it just shows me like they cared about this project, you know. And I want to start off by saying this, like I said a little earlier, this movie is bombing at the box office. It hasn't made a portion of what it cost to make this movie, at least domestically. So the fact it's bombing, I think, is a travesty, bro. And I want to be here tonight to personally tell everybody to go see this fucking movie.
Travesty.
Bro.
Yeah,
it's a travesty. Yeah, bro. Go see this fucking movie, bro. Because you don't know how good we got it to get this movie, bro. To get something this source accurate to the source material. And I know that's humorous for an 80s cartoon that was built for a toy line. That's somewhat laughable, right? Sticking to the source material for that. But they do it. And they do it so well, bro. And they execute. This is everything. If you're into Masters of the Universe, this is everything you ever wanted. I don't understand how this movie's bombing because every kid I know had a He-Man toy growing up, had a Battle Cat, had something. One of them
bombing either because
yeah.
If you're gonna talk, you got to just keep going, bro. You can't.
I don't see how it's bombing either because this movie they definitely did their thing on the movie.
Yeah, I was even seeing stuff before it came out for some people had previews where they're like, they were being real nitpicky with stuff, and it's just like, I mean, for them to do what they did and still kept a lot of the, the feel of the cartoon and stuff. I mean, it's not bad. It's enjoyable, even with the sus humor. I think it. There's just so. I mean, come on, Trapjaw. His arm was changing and shit and doing all the crazy stuff, and I just thought they did a lot right.
Okay, so let's address Burnt Orange's comment. So you're right in a lot of ways, right? The demographic is 40 to 50-year-old males, basically, right? And you're right in a lot of ways, but those same 40 to 50-year-old males went and seen Transformers when it came out. They went and seen TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when it came out. Why didn't they go see this? That's the same demographic, bro. That's the same demographic. I don't understand it for the life of me. And this is so much better than them movies I just mentioned. Maybe outside of the first Transformers movie, which was good, but the rest of them just got worse and worse and worse. And it worries me that there might not be a sequel because this movie is not earning. Cheese Cutters wants Mac.
Gas is high, shit is high. Maybe people just ain't going to see it because they ain't got the money.
No, because they're going to see fucking Backrooms. So that theory's out the window.
I mean, some people still remember the remake.
I don't know shit about
early
Backrooms,
2000s.
So I don't even want to go in the back.
Cheese Cutters wants you to elaborate on the sus humor in the movie, Mac.
Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot of sus. It was a lot of sus humor, a lot of pause moments in that movie. Like, wait a minute.
Like what? Like what? What do you remember?
Crazy.
Elaborate on it.
Movie.
Yeah. Give us an example.
Oh, like when he was talking to him about that big sword between his legs, like I was like, what? Like shit like that. Like that was crazy. I was like, what?
Somebody like I seen a TikTok video where somebody said like Skeletor said something about that, and they were quoting the movie. They said something about like, you think you're so strong with them creamy thighs and that big sword between your legs. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Did he say that in the movie? Like, I know he said something about his sword between his legs, but I didn't catch the creamy thighs. That's crazy.
Yeah, he definitely said. I don't know about that first part, but I know that the sword between his legs. I definitely remember that part.
And then he made fun of Fisto too.
Why is my name Fisto? Because you fist people. Everybody just like just stop talking and just looked at him like, no, I don't. No.
He said, I don't fist people.
Yeah, when he said that,
you're a man and you ran.
You fist people. I was like, everybody was
like, there was a lot of that.
It was because you ran people.
There was a lot
throughout the movie. Throughout the whole
humor in the movie. Mac was sitting right next to me, and I kept looking at him, going, "It's like they watch our show and they just want technicals called on them constantly," because there was so many technical files in this movie.
There's plenty more. There's plenty.
That is what you said. It's like they just wanted to get teed up the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, but I will say, like, even bro, I had zero complaints leaving this movie. Like, I thought at first I was trepidatious on them having like not a well-known actor playing He-Man. I didn't know who this Nicholas Gazeltine. I'm probably butchering his name, but I didn't know who he was. You know, I was like, man. And then I remember like seeing some of the actors being casted for some of the villains, like Moss Man, and certain people were just like, I think Moss Man was a boxer from somewhere. I think his name's even Boxer. I think there was a lot of no-name actors kind of playing certain villains and shit. And I was going, man, this is gonna be, Mortal Kombat Annihilation all over again, like a terrible spin-off, weird version of He-Man. But no, like, bro, they absolutely executed on this movie from the casting.
Said they had a question for us? Somebody in the chat said they had a question for us.
Yeah, Starfall.
But it wasn't about this.
Yeah, the old school innuendos were on point.
If you and your friends like Star Wars, play a great Darth Raven, and then if you watch Small Shadow, do you think that pink Devon will become Darth?
Yeah, I think they are for Devon, definitely, and Keanu Reeves has always linked to Revan for a long time. So, I mean, I don't know if he'd make a good one, but I know he's been linked to it quite a few times, or maybe it's a fan thing. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't know. He's getting older.
Like Nicolas Cage.
But you know, speaking of just perfect kind of casting and fan casting, I do want to touch on the subject. Even on the way to this movie, my son was in the car like, Dad, I don't know, man. I just hate Jared Leto. I can't stand him. Everything he does, he has to put so much of himself into the role that I don't see anything but Jared Leto. And I said to him what I say to everybody, have you ever seen Mr. Nobody, which I think is one of Jared Leto's best movies? And he said, no, I never seen it. And I said, you know, go watch that, then talk to me, you know, because that's one of the movies like I would die on that hill. Like that's just a great movie. And Jared Leto is the main character in it. And knowing he was cast as Skeletor and knowing all the backlash he got for the Joker, he got for Tron, and he got for Morbius, I had faith in my boy. I had faith in my boy Jared Leto. I wore a Masters of the Universe Jared Leto shirt proudly to that theater before seeing the movie. I had faith in my boy. What did y'all think of Jared Leto's Skeletor? Bird Dog, let me know how you felt about it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I mean, obviously, it's not the classic Skeletor voice that everybody seems to want, but I mean, he put the drama in it. You know, he put the you
He
know,
brought gravitas to the role a little bit, but he still kept it
well,
comical, cartoony.
yeah, and then he turned into a complete asshole, and put people in their place.
Mac, what'd you think of Jared Leto's Skeletor? Bird's always going to give me the. It was
He
all right.
definitely. I think he did a dope ass. I think he did a fire ass role for Skeletor to come to the big screen. I thought he did an excellent job because he was ruthless. He was evil as fuck. He didn't give a fuck. He was yoking it. Yoking. What's her name? His little
Evil
assistant.
Lynn.
He was yoking that bitch up every other scene. Like, bitch, I told you, I wanted my eggs sunny side up, not scrambled. Yoking her up. I thought he did a great job. Like he was ruthless, bro. I think he played the shit out of that role, bro.
Honestly. Yeah, and the movie really didn't promote him being Skeletor.
He was the perfect cast.
They didn't put him all over
job.
the posters.
In my opinion, he did an excellent job of playing Skeletor, bro. He did an excellent job, in my opinion.
Yeah, they didn't put him all over the posters and shit because I think they kind of knew there's a little bit of, like I said before, box office AIDS attached to his name. You know, and I think it was a smart play, but did it, now that we're seeing this isn't earning big box office money, was it a smart play? I don't know, because I think people need to know that Jared Leto went full Skeletor in this. And like Bird said, he did change up the voice a little bit, but it wasn't so different that you didn't immediately recognize him as Skeletor. I recognize him as Skeletor, like I thought he brought everything that I would have wanted to that role. I thought he killed it. I mean, if I had to just score Jared Leto's performance as Skeletor, it would be a 10 out of 10. I think it's one of his best roles he's ever had. It was like he was born to play this character. That's how good he did. You don't even know it's him you don't know it's Jared Leto.
No, you don't.
He don't show his face, none of that. Nope. It's just him in a fucking blue bodysuit, muscled out, with a fucking, probably a CGI head,
Well, that's what Torque was saying. He didn't even know it was Leto until, the movie probably seen him in the credits or whatever. So, yeah.
Yes, and I am with Dr. Torque. Idris Elba was fantastic as Man-at-Arms. He was great.
He was.
Yeah, I mean, even the fight scenes were choreographed real well and stuff. So
yeah, they were.
I mean, it was a lot better than I mean, you look at the Dolph Lundgren version of this version, and you get to see all the characters. You know, not all of them, but you know, a lot of the characters that you see in the movie were from
Because
the
she was
comics.
just the sorceress was just playing a background majority of the movie. She was just sitting back, just watching shit go on. That's what she was doing, and
Well,
she was
I
just
will
popping up when needed.
I will say this. This is how you can ruin a good summer popcorn flick is by asking too many questions about a cartoon movie that you know is silly. Like you know this got talking tigers in it, right? Like so
And each character has like 5 different origins from whoever told the story from it. So I mean, it's you know it's a good movie. You know, plays the characters well, and they did a lot of the stuff that we never got to see or experience from this. You know, especially from a cartoon movie or a cartoon. You know,
I will say some of the battles weren't as epic as they could have been, like on a larger scale. You know, you got all of Eternia battling. It could have been more interesting having a bunch of Skeletor's villains fight a bunch of Superman's heroes, kind of, or Superman or
He
He-Man.
Man.
Yes, He-Man's superhero buddies. You know, you could have had some better battles. You're right. But some of the battles were badass. He-Man versus Skeletor, that was a dope battle.
Trapjaw versus Man at Arms.
Trapjaw versus Man
Yeah,
at
that
Arms.
was in like the first 20 minutes of the movie. That shit was fire too.
That yeah,
That shit was
that's when I was like, oh, they got this. As soon as I seen Trapjaw and the way him and Man at Arms were scrapping, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good movie. I was locked in at that point, right then and there. Um, we're in the world where most folks these days are waiting for it to stream. You're right. It'll probably do crazy numbers when it hits streaming services. Watch.
And they come out so quick now. I mean,
And I think that's the studio's fault. So, you know, they get trepidatious about, oh, we're not earning no money here, so let's put it over here where we can start running ads on it and selling it to Amazon or whoever, you know, and making our money back. But sometimes, like back in the day when we were kids, a movie would be in the theaters or at the drive-ins the whole summer. Batman dropped, it'd be there the whole summer. You can go
right.
2 months later, it was still at the drive-ins with a different movie, maybe.
yeah, that second movie was always changing, but yeah, they kept
But Batman stayed up there because it was a banger that summer. And I think sometimes studios need to quit being so fucking pussy and let things play out. You know, but
Quit being pussy. Y'all hear that? Studios quit being pussy.
well, now let's talk about the supporting cast. You brought up Trapjaw. Let's talk about, you know, even some of He-Man's homeboys.
Like Tila.
Ram Man,
Tila. I'm going to
Mechanic.
Mechanic, Fisto.
whoa. No.
Hey, that's the names he gave him as a child.
I know, bro. I know. I can't team up for that because that's his fucking name.
Yeah, so but as far as like how their abilities were represented on screen, like it was almost like the toy coming to life sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Ram Man fucking spring legs and shit. I'm like, they're doing this shit. Like they're not scared to do this shit. The costumes were on point. They look just like the collectibles.
Yeah, that's true. They look just like the cartoon, actually.
Yeah, bro. I just don't know how people can complain about this right now. And like you're free to your own opinion, but I just, you know, I have minor gripes. Like, yeah, they didn't really explain certain shit, and you know, why would the sorceress send He-Man through a portal to Earth and tell him hold on to a sword when he really has the power and doesn't need the sword? Like there are plot holes and shit in this, but it's
But that was the whole cartoon had tons of plot holes. It was just goofiness and craziness all the time, and
exactly
shit that makes sense.
And then that's where I'm able to go to, and where I'm able to kind of shut that part off that asks too many questions in my brain, sit back, enjoy some popcorn, a frozen Coke, and just watch this cartoon that I used to watch come to life on the big screen. And with
Yeah,
costumes this accurate, casting this good, good execution by like the villain Jared Leto, seeing Battle Cat, like I just for me, I'm beyond happy. You know, I never even thought this movie would happen, let alone on this accurately. So I don't see how people can complain. We're going over. Sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you look how okay. You obviously had to do some kind of design change for Roboto or Robotnik or whatever the robot dude is. The robot thing is. So you had to do some kind of design on that. It wasn't bad, but then at the end, they kind of had the gear thing going on like they did on the toy. I mean, they flash back to a lot of stuff that was, that you wouldn't expect to see. Like, oh, they changed this whole thing. People are getting wrong, I think upset for the wrong reason. I mean, like I said, this story's been changed so many times and put in different time periods and all this other craziness going on.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
it's not. It, most of the characters stay true to who they were.
are you going off the Filmation lore, the comic book that came with the
But you know
toy
what, man?
lore? Or are you
Whenever
going off the Netflix series lore? There's different lore to this Masters of the Universe franchise. So, like, as long as you're not too stuck on that continuity shit and just go into this, like, it's a live screen adaptation of a cartoon I watched as a kid. You're gonna love it, I think. Or if you had any of the toys, like everything's there, bro. Everything's there to enjoy.
people are always gonna have something to bitch about, complain about, moan about, gripe about when it comes to these movies, regardless, bro. That's just the world we live in. People are everybody's, but it's definitely not a terrible movie or to the point where people shouldn't go see it, because everybody should go see it that grew up watching E-Man. Everybody, whoever grew up as a kid watching it, should definitely go see it. That's some of the butchers.
Yeah, you're right about that. A lot of the people that complain and even put out their first thoughts, kind of first impressions videos, haven't really went and bought a ticket yet. You know, they're complaining about things they see in the trailers. And I tell you one thing, I quit watching I watched the teaser trailer, the first trailer, and that was it. They got whole scenes out, with them fighting and shit that I didn't even watch. So a lot of this was just a joy for me to see on screen. Did we watch till the end credits? Yes, we did. We watched all 3 of the end credit scenes.
Yeah, half a dozen was
watched all the end credits, son.
Crying for Orko, and he got to see him at the end.
Yeah, well, right at the end, the credits roll, and I look at Bird, I go, where was the Orko? But again, sticking to that cartoon accuracy, if you remember back in the day, Orko would pop up at the end and give you a little positive, the more you know kind of message, because the 80s were all about that shit. So Orko pops up at the end, which was cool. 3 end credit scenes. Yes, we're talking spoilers, so let's talk about those end credit scenes. And then you also had a She-Ra scene, which my daughter actually watched She-Ra. She never watched Masters of the Universe, so for her that was cool. She watched this whole movie with her dad, didn't know nothing, really much of the shit going on screen, And then at the end, she sees She-Ra, which she watched that whole series. And I was like, you watch She-Ra? Because when I caught her watching it the one day on TV, I walked by, I was like, oh, you're watching She-Ra. I was like, I used to watch He-Man as a kid. She's like, looking at me like, who's that? And I was like, oh, you're not hip. Like, it takes place in Eternia too. And, but I haven't watched the She-Ra show, so I don't really know all the lore.
I was trying to go do the Lord came when we were sitting there, sitting next to him about how He-Man and She-Ra are like brother and sister, and Hordak kidnapped her, and she was actually a bad guy, and then she turned good, and all this other stuff. So depending on how they go with that story.
And Hordak's also the one that made Skeletor look the way he looks.
In one storytelling, yeah. I mean, one time it was like acid thrown on his face or something. He meant to throw it on actually King Randor, but he actually got it splashed back on him. I think was one of the second iterations. The first time he was just some kind of space wizard.
Well, there was also one with Hordak where he just he gave him like magic powers to Skeletor, and it just kind of corrupted him, a certain like evil kind of, I don't know. almost possession kind of vibe. Anything else y'all want to bring up about this movie while we're here?
Well, yeah, I wanted to say to Mac. I mean, when He-Man was beating Skeletor, it was like, what?
I was wondering where that was because he was definitely rock making his jaw move.
Hey,
He had to
he had to go. He had to go.
He got
Put that baby back.
He was like, ugh. I was like, oh, that had to have been a triple stack he was on the way his jaw was crooked. I was like, that's definitely a triple stack.
Yeah, they had a cool scene where He-Man was just boxing the shit out of Skeletor, and every time he land a punch, it'd like go slow-mo a little bit. His fucking jaw go this way, that way. That shit was hilarious. Bird, you said you were going to do that on the stream. You didn't forget. Another thing I want to bring up, I thought one of the coolest scenes in this movie, a lot of people talked about. I love the dog. A lot of people talked about in their reviews. One of the coolest fucking scenes in this movie is where Jared Leto takes He-Man to like this. He like goes in his mind, kind of like this alternate dream universe, and he ends up like Skeletor's in the He-Man's old office with like a cup of coffee. Like, there's just so many good scenes in that. You could tell Skeletor, being from Eternia, was kind of like I'm from a weird ass place, but what the fuck is this weird ass place you fucking been to, He-Man? You know,
human resources.
yeah, like human resources,
like slaves.
Because he even asked him, he's like, where the fuck is this? Where the fuck are we?
Yeah, I mean, didn't age
like
well.
Didn't age well.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But this movie plays up the campiness of that. It knows it's goofy, so it plays into the humor of the movie, where like a character like Fisto is outdated. It's a goofy, almost technical pause kind of name, and they make it a joke in the movie. You know, like you're Fisto because you fist people. You know. And I was dying when they were saying that.
Well, you're Ram, man, because you ram people.
Yeah, and then the one time he said, and then the one time when they started believing in, you know, He-Man's nicknames he gave him, he said, you fist him and I'm gonna give him head.
No, he said to Fisto, you fist him. He says, yeah, and you give him head.
Yeah, like they said that shit in the movie. You fist him, yeah, and I'm gonna give him head.
And they both, and Ram Man paused, looked at him too, like, what?
We looked at each other like, did he just really say that in this movie, bro? Like, what? He just told a dude to give another dude head in the movie, bro. Like, that was insane.
Yes, I'm like, how does this movie know? Like, we have an immature sense of humor, and we're loving this shit right now. It's hilarious. Burnt Orange Arcade said, how about when Evil Lynn dipped out when Skeletor started to lose, slinked up the steps and left Skeletor to die? And then she came back, picked up his skull later and said, I seen you look better. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, Evil Lynn always tried to steal the power from Skeletor when she had a chance when he was down like that. So, man, that was one of the things she was back and forth being his buddy and, you know, trying to betray him to get the power.
Hey, I was saying that, Dr. Torque. Y'all don't know if you heard me, but I was definitely saying she was, when he said He-Man's crew, that was the first damn thing I said.
You talking about Elon Musk?
I didn't say Tesla. I said Tila.
Oh, Tila. Okay.
No, I was talking about Tila.
Yeah, Tila
she was funny. Or maybe it was just the red hair for me. I don't know. It's the thing I got for red hair.
Yeah.
And her eyes. But I don't know.
Well, he threw that out there.
Yeah. She'll definitely get some long Mr. Nasty time.
Oh,
she'll definitely get some long Mr. Nasty time. Yeah, no, it ain't no whoa.
Reel them in. Reel them
See,
in.
whoever the actress is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
He says, "Damn spell check."
Mac, your final thoughts on the movie, and do you recommend it? Do you want people to go see it? Tell them why they should go see it.
I definitely my final. First of all, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. The reason why I'm giving it only not a 10 is because just the little things. I ain't really tripping or complaining about what they didn't do or what they did do in the movie. I thought the movie overall was dope. It reminded me, it was parts of this movie when I was watching it, it made me think about my childhood and me watching it with my brother as a kid, like watching a cartoon. So I definitely give it a 9.5. And I would definitely recommend anybody that grew up watching He-Man to go watch it. I would definitely recommend y'all to go watch it because it's definitely a dope ass movie.
Bird.
That's enough
Yeah,
of that.
I'll definitely say I'll definitely say a 9 on that. I think that we got what we got, which is not a bad movie for a He-Man movie or anything to have to do with any of the crazy bullshit cartoons we watched that really didn't have much story to them. They put this one together. I even had mention of Stratos at the end. There was it seems like they want to make another one. I hope it does. At least do well enough where they put it in the works because it's a good movie and it's accurate to the source material. Not perfectly, but good enough.
Yeah, so a 9.5 from Mac, a 9 from Uncle Bird, and I'm gonna get us a 9.5 as well. It's almost perfect. It was hard for me to not score this a 10. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not up on the modern Masters of the Universe lore and all that. I just collected the toys as a kid, watched the cartoon, and this was just so perfect to me, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's a perfect movie. I'm not saying it's got the most replayability, like maybe a Dark Knight level kind of movie. I'm not really saying that. I'm saying for what it is, a cartoon based on a toy line that's got a movie adaptation, and coming from knowing what the Dolph Lundgren kind of movie was, who also cameos in this movie. Um, bro, I'm beyond happy
Oh
with
yeah,
this.
we did forget about that. Dolph Lundgren did make a cameo.
Yeah, but I'm beyond happy with this movie. They like, besides Dolph Lundgren, you got that weird fucking white wig fucking weirdo that was in the Dolph Lundgren movie as a villain. They brought him back as a side villain. Trapjaw was represented so good. Cringer was represented really cool when
Man,
there was the young Adam flashbacks. Beast Man was awesome. You even get a cameo of Merman behind in the end credit scene. He's in the background. Merman's back there.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. I can't speak highly enough. Jared Leto did not fail us. He exceeded expectations as Skeletor.
No,
He was fantastic as Skeletor, bro. His performance would be a 10 just playing Skeletor in this movie.
yeah.
Dr. Torque says he
would go back and watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it again.
That's what I just said.
I'm
I'm probably gonna go back and see this again in theaters.
and I was gonna say one of the good things is they really moved it along in the beginning where it wasn't that much on Earth. They had 15 minutes, maybe 20, back and forth if you want to count those, but like they didn't spend a lot of time there. He got his, he
with his roommate
found
right
his
there,
sword, and then
that shit was
found his sword, and he was, they were tracking him down. Then he's off to Eternia. So we didn't get something where it went off the rails. Focusing on Earth like the Dolph Lundgren version and stuff.
I agree. I'm with you on that, man. Yeah, you miss Merman. now I'm just drawing a blank. What was the dude I wanted to see in the movie, Bird? You said I was bitching about?
Was Webster?
No, Webster. You said I was bitching about. Then we seen him in the end credits scene.
Oh, Orko.
Orko. He's behind the scene in the scene with Orko. He's on the right side of Orko in that end credit scene in the background. You can see Merman. Again, I can't speak highly enough about the movie. I thought it was fantastic. Go spend your money, go see it. You won't regret it. Take your kids to go see it. It's one of them summer adventure kind of movies, bro. You know, it's exactly what kids should be going to see this summer, kind of, you know, and you can get them into the lore of Masters of the Universe, you know. And I really want to encourage people to just go see this movie. So I want it to be successful because I want a sequel now. It was that good. And if they can't make a sequel based off the fact they lost 200 million on this or something, that's kind of going to break my heart, man. It was a great movie.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
All right. So next up for y'all, we do have to do Supergirl, I think's next. So we're going to go see Supergirl towards the end of the month. We're going to review that. I want to thank everybody who is in the live chat. We haven't done shout outs at the end of the show. So shout out to J Love, Shauna, Penny K. She dropped the 10 memberships in the chat. Much love for you. C. Jones was in the chat. Eddie was in the chat earlier. Did a lot of chatting, but he didn't want to hear spoilers, so he bounced. Outcast, appreciate you being in the chat, Cast. Cheese Cutters was in the chat. CJ was in the chat. Man, the chat was popping tonight, man. That's what's up. Bruni was in the chat.
Oh, I missed him.
Yeah, Bruni was in the chat earlier. JJ was in the chat. And we had a lot of people in the chat. G jumped. Yeah, so we appreciate all y'all. Come back for that Supergirl review we're going to be doing. We'll also be reviewing X-Men 97 Season 2 early in July. We got all kinds of content lined up for y'all. Check out that Motel 6 album on iTunes, on Amazon, on Spotify. And come back for more, y'all.
Hero.
Hero.